So we will study complex numbers. So in previous classes when we studied real numbers, then we also studied that in real numbers the square root of a negative number is not defined. In real numbers the square root of a negative number is not defined. The square root of a negative number is not defined. When we studied real numbers, then we studied this thing as well. So square root of minus 5 is not defined. Square root of minus 5, for example, does not exist. So when we want to find solutions of equation like x square plus 13 equal to 0. Suppose we have a equation like this, x square plus 13 equal to 0. Then there is no real number will satisfy this equation. No real number will satisfy this equation. Because when we solve it, then we get x square is equal to minus 13. So x is equal to under root of plus minus x is equal to plus minus under root of minus 13. So root of minus 13 does not exist. So there is no real number which satisfies this equation. Hence we have defined a complex number. There is no real number which satisfies this equation. So we needed to define a complex number. So the complex number is defined as under root of minus 1 and it is called as iota and the symbol is small I. We defined a complex number under root of minus 1, it is called as iota and the symbol is small I. The small English alphabet I is the symbol for the complex number iota. So now any number which is of the form x, any number which is of the form a plus iota b is called a complex number. We defined under root of minus 1 to be iota. So any form which is of form a plus iota b is called a complex number. We have defined under root of minus 1 to be equal to iota, which is denoted by I. So any number which is of the form a plus iota b is called a complex number where a and b are real numbers. A and b are real numbers. A and b are real numbers. A and b can be any real number. So if we take an example, then 2 plus iota 3 minus 2 minus iota 5. These are few examples of a complex number. Minus 2 minus iota 5, 1 upon 4 minus iota 7. These are few examples of a complex number, like 2 plus iota 3 is a complex number, minus 2 minus iota 5 is a complex number, 1 upon 4 minus iota 7 is a complex number. So any number which is of form a plus iota b is called a complex number where a and b are real numbers. A and b belong to the set of real numbers. So basically we can divide complex numbers into three parts. So complex numbers are of the form a plus iota b. Complex numbers are of the form a plus iota b and we can divide them into three parts. So they are called as real if b is 0. If b is 0, then the number is only a and it is a real number only. So it is called as real. Then they are purely imaginary if a is 0. If a is 0, then purely imaginary. So we denote complex number by z equal to a plus iota b. So here z is equal to a. So z is purely real. Z is used to denote complex number. And if it is purely imaginary, then z equal to iota b. And they can be complex when they are neither a nor b is 0. A is not 0, b is not 0. So like 2 plus iota 3 is an example. And here example is iota 5 minus 6 iota minus 7 by 3 iota is an example of purely imaginary complex numbers. And purely real can be z equal to 2, z equal to 3, like this, z equal to 1 by 7. So based on value of a and b, we have divided complex numbers into 3. They are purely real if b equal to 0. They are purely imaginary. So in purely imaginary, a is 0. So there is there is only the imaginary part, which is only the part with iota. And in complex part, there is neither a is 0, neither b is 0. So example is 2 plus iota 3 or 3 plus 3 minus 6 iota. This is also an example of a complex number. So all real numbers are also complex number. We can say that all real numbers are also complex numbers with imaginary part 0. So for example, what I am saying is that all real numbers are complex number with imaginary part 0. So 3 is a real number, but we can also write it as 3 plus 0 iota. So all real numbers are complex numbers. All real numbers are also complex number with imaginary part 0. All real numbers are complex numbers with imaginary part 0. With imaginary part 0. So all real numbers are complex numbers with imaginary part 0. So set of real numbers is a subset of set of complex numbers. Set of real numbers is a subset. Is subset of set of complex numbers. So complex number we also denote by capital Z. So set of real numbers is denoted by R. So set of real numbers is subset of set of complex numbers, because all real numbers are also complex numbers with imaginary part 0. So z equal to a plus iota b is called as the Cartesian form of complex number. So in the Cartesian form of complex number, z equal to a plus iota b, and real part of z is equal to, so we denote it by Re of z is equal to a, where a is the real part, and imaginary part of z we denote it by Im of z. So it is denoted by b. So this is called as the Cartesian form of complex numbers. So if I take an example z equal to minus 2 plus 3 iota, if I take an example z equal to minus 2 plus 3 iota, then real part of z is minus 2. Real part of z is minus 2, because minus 2 is without iota, and the part with iota is called as imaginary part of z. So imaginary part of z is 3. So real part of z is minus 2 and imaginary part of z is 3. So if we have a number, now we will use this iota to simplify our numbers. So if we have a number under root of minus 6, so this can also be written as under root of 6 into iota, because under root of minus 1 is called as iota. so it is called as under root of 6 into iota. And if we want to multiply under root of minus 2 into under root of 3, we want to multiply this, we want to find the result. So this will be equal to root 2 iota into root 3. So root 2 and root 3 will multiply, so it will give root 6 iota. And if we want to solve under root of minus 4 into under root of minus 9 by 4, so this will give 2 iota and this will give 3 iota upon 4, 3 iota upon 2, because this is whole under root, so this will give 3 iota upon 2. So if we multiply 2 and 2 get cancelled, and which will be equal to 3 iota square. Now iota is under root of minus 1, so iota square will be equal to under root of minus 1 into under root of minus 1, so this will be equal to minus 1, so this will be equal to minus 3. Under root of minus 4 into under root of minus 9 by 4. So 4 can be written as, under root of minus 4 can be written as 2 iota, because 4 square root of 4 is 2 and under root of minus 1 is iota, and under root of minus 9 by 4 can be written as 3 iota upon 2. So if we multiply, we get 3 iota square. Now iota is equal to under root of minus 1. So iota square will be equal to under root of minus 1 into under root of minus 1, which will be equal to minus 1. So 3 iota square will be equal to minus 3. Similarly, if we want to write under root of plus 9, if we have a question, write root of 9 plus under root of minus 9 in Cartesian form. So Cartesian form is a plus iota b. So we want to write it is in Cartesian form. So let z equal to under root of 9 plus under root of minus 9. So z equal to under root of 9 is 3 and under root of 9 is 3 and under root of minus 1 is iota. So z equal to 3 plus 3 iota. So this is the Cartesian form of under root of 9 plus under root of minus 9. Now we want to write some properties of iota. So the properties of iota are that, first we know that we have already studied that iota square is equal to minus 1. Now iota cube will be equal to iota square into iota. So iota cube will be square, iota square is minus 1, so iota cube will be equal to minus iota. Now iota to the power 4 will be equal to iota square into iota square. So this will be equal to minus 1 into minus 1. So it will be equal to plus 1. So if we have to add, so if we have a question or an example that we want to add 1 plus iota, we want to add 1 plus iota square plus iota cube, then this will be equal to 1 plus iota. Iota square is minus 1, iota cube is minus iota. So this will be equal to 0. So 1 plus iota square plus iota cube is equal to 0. So 1 can be written as iota to the power 0. So this iota can be written as iota to the power 1 and iota square plus iota 3. So this sum is equal to 0. So this is a very important property, that sum of 4 consecutive powers, so sum of 4 consecutive powers of iota is 0. So this is a very important property. So it means that iota to the power 7 plus iota to the power 8 plus iota to the power 9 plus iota to the power 10. If we have to sum it, then it will be equal to 0. Now iota to the power 7 can also be represented as iota to the power 4 dot iota to the power 3. Iota to the power 7 can be represented as iota to the power 4 to the iota to the power 3. So this is equal to iota to the power 3 because iota to the power 4 is 1. Iota to the power 8 can be represented as iota to the power 4 dot iota to the power 4. So 1 or iota to the power of 4. Then iota to the power 9 can be represented as iota to the power 4 dot iota to the power 4 dot iota. So iota to the power 4 dot iota to the power 4 is equal to 1. So it becomes iota. Then iota to the power 10 can be represented as iota to the power 4 whole square dot iota square. So this is equal to iota square because iota to the power 4 whole square is equal to 1. So this property you already know that when there are two numbers then their powers simply add up. So this is the property. So sum of any four consecutive powers of iota is 1. So if we have a very complex condition also, then also it is, suppose iota to the power 2017 plus iota to the power 2018 plus iota to the power 2019 plus iota to the power 2020, this will also be equal to 0. If we have to write it in simpler form, then iota to the power 2017 will be equal to, if you divide 2017 by 4, then the remainder will be 1. So it will be iota to the power 4 or some bigger number and remainder will be iota. So because 2017 is easily divisible by 4. So 2017 4 5 is 20, 4 5s are 20, then 1 7, so 4 0 and 4, so 16, so remainder will be 1. So 2000 iota to the power of iota to 4 to the power of 504 dot iota to the power of 1. So this will be equal to iota. Now iota to the power 2018 similarly can be represented as iota to the power of 2016 dot iota square, and iota to the power 2016 is iota to the power 4 to the power of 504 dot iota square. So this will be equal to iota square. Similarly iota to the power 2019 you can write it as iota cube, because iota to the power 4 is 1, so 1 to the power anything is equal to 1, and iota to the power 2020 you can write it as iota to the power 4. So again iota plus iota square plus iota cube plus iota 4 will be equal to 0. So these are very important questions on properties of complex numbers. Now we come to the second property, that product of any four consecutive powers of iota is equal to product of four consecutive powers. Product of four consecutive powers of iota is equal to -1. So to prove it, we take iota to the power 0 dot iota to the power 1 dot iota square dot iota cube. So iota to the power 0 is 1, then it is iota to the power 1 is iota square is -1, then iota cube is minus iota. So this will be equal to minus iota, again it will be equal to minus of iota square. So iota square is so this will be equal to plus iota square. So iota square is -1. So this is how we prove it. So if we have a term, say iota to the power of 77 dot iota to the power of 78 dot iota to the power of 79 dot iota to the power of 80, then this will be equal to -1, because these are four consecutive powers of iota: 78, 77, 78, 79 and 80. So iota to the power of 77 can be represented as, see, if you divide 76, if you divide 7, then it will be, if you divide it by 4, then the remainder will be 1. If you divide 78 by 4, then remainder will be 2. If you divide 79 by 4, then remainder will be 3. If you divide 80 by 4, then remainder will be 0. So iota square. So this will be equal to -1. So this is how we prove it. Now there is a question that we have to simplify iota to the power of. So there is a question, and it is a very important question, that simplify iota to the power of 2004. So this number is easily divisible by 4. See, because the property is that if we want to, the divisibility rule by 4, the divisibility rule of 4 is very important here. The divisibility rule of 4. If last two digits of a number are divisible by 4, then the number is if last two digits of a number are divisible by 4, then we can say that the number is divisible by 4. If last two digits of a number are divisible by 4, this is divisibility rule of 4. If last two digits of a number are divisible by 4, then we can say that the number is divisible by 4. Then number will be divisible by 4. So in 2004, the last two digits are 4. So 4 is obviously divisible by 4. So this number is divisible by 4. So it will be equal to iota to the power 4. Now some power will be there. We don't want x. What will be the exact number? But let's say it will be x. So because this number is exactly divisible by 4. Now iota to the power of 4 is 1. So 1 to the power of anything is equal to 1. So iota to the power 2004 is equal to 1. Now if we have to simplify iota to the power of 2005, or say 2015, 2052 or 2055, then 2052 will be divisible by 4. If we want to simplify iota to the power 2055, then 2052 will be divisible by 4, because 52 are the last two digits, they are divisible by 4. So the remainder will be 3, because 2052 is divisible by 4, so remainder will be 3. So it will be iota to the power 4 of some number, let's say x dot iota cube. So iota to the power of some number is 1, and iota cube is equal to minus iota. So iota to the power 2055 will be equal to minus iota. So this is how we solve these questions on, these are various simple questions, practice them. So I am giving you more questions that you have to find. Simplify iota to the power of 3015. You can easily find it, you can easily solve it, and tell the answer in the comment box. Thank you. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and in the next video we will do some more questions. And best of luck for exams.